everyone, it's Dr. Russell. So I wanted to do something a little more topical today. As of this video, tomorrow is Halloween, and this is usually a holiday that a lot of my patients start worrying about because once we get through Halloween, then we have Thanksgiving, and the holiday season is really in full swing. And this is where all your health gains, so all the good nutritional habits and things that you've made can start to go awry. So I want to give you some tips today to help you get through the Halloween holiday, enjoying the holiday without feeling like it's totally wreaking havoc on all the progress you've made throughout the year. So my first tip when you're going for Halloween stuff is to, I know it's tomorrow, but to wait as long as you can until you buy the candy. So the biggest temptation when it comes to Halloween candy is it being present. Just like if you had junk food in your house, it being present is a really big temptation. So waiting till, the day before or the day of, you're less likely to start snacking on that delicious Halloween candy because it's not in your house, so you don't have to worry about it. So if you already bought some, sorry, maybe some of the other tips will be helpful, but if you haven't like me and you're waiting, that's great. So continue to wait, or at least plan for next year to wait until it gets closer. So that's tip number one. Tip number two is when you go out trick-or-treating or go out with your kids or things like that, is to make sure that you guys have a really good meal beforehand. So lots of healthy proteins and fats. You want to be really satiated because if you're full, you're less likely to go for candy throughout the night. So, hopefully kids don't get too excited about the whole trick or treat enough to where they're missing their full dinner. So make sure you get a really healthy dinner beforehand, and that way you're full and you're not going for candy just because you're hungry and your blood sugar is dropping. So that's tip two, making sure you're full before you go for the full Halloween experience. Tip three is just enjoy it a little bit. I mean, it's Halloween, right? We dress up, we have fun. So, pick a few of your favorite pieces of candy. Don't go crazy with it, but just enjoy the few pieces that you are gonna eat. It is a holiday, and if you've been eating well for most of the time, it shouldn't really be a big deal where it totally wrecks all the progress you've made. So, make sure that you enjoy just a few pieces, let your kids enjoy a few pieces, and then call it a night. So that's tip three. Tip four is once the candy has entered your home after Halloween's over, is to consider donating it. And that can look like donating it to a homeless shelter. It could be donating it, quote unquote, to your office, giving it away to a church, a senior center, anywhere that will, lots of places will take candy. So just kind of getting it out of your house so that way it's not a temptation that's gonna, you're gonna keep snacking on it throughout the rest of the year. So that's tip four, is to donate it or basically get it out of the house. Tip five is to, if you are going to keep it in your house, because maybe you want to use it for holiday baking, or you have some of your favorite candy in there, you really don't want to get rid of it, is keeping it somewhere that is not in plain view. So if it's out of sight, it's usually out of mind. If you have it sitting in a bowl on your counter, that's obviously going to be really hard to resist that temptation, especially usually in the afternoon slump when we start feeling a little tired. Your brain is going to want you to get that sugar. Another thing I know a few patients have issues with is their office will have candy in bowls kind of out. So talk to your boss and see if that's something that they can put kind of hidden away, maybe in a cabinet that's not used. So you really have to go out of your way if you're going to get that piece of candy. So get it out of sight, out of mind. Just forget that it's there. And then the last tip is kind of related to tip four with donating it, getting it out of your house. But there's actually a program called HalloweenCandyBuyback.com. If you go there, it's mostly dentists, but they will offer to, quote unquote, buy the candy back from your kids. Usually they give them fun little toys or even cash or toothbrushes or something as an exchange, so that way your kids and you aren't tempted to keep the candy around for the rest of the holiday season. So that's another option. You just go into the website, HalloweenCandyBuyback.com, put in your zip code, and it'll show participating dentist office that you can join with, and usually they have a big event to make it kind of a fun activity for the kids. So that's the 6 tips. So we've got waiting to buy your candy. When you do go out, make sure you're full and you're satiated. Enjoy a little bit of your favorite candy. Donate what you need to get rid of. hide it, keep it out of sight, out of mind if you are going to keep some, or just do the HalloweenCandyBuyback.com and get rid of the rest, and that way you don't have to worry about it. So thanks for watching. Hopefully that was helpful.